when you think about the bench press, it's a gym bro or dude exercise, especially aesthetically. Businessmen that like to wear a button-up shirt, if you can develop your upper side of the chest, it gives you that nice little V cut. So when you walk in, it gives the illusion of this big, broad chest, especially the lining of your neck. So if you pair that with a good set of shoulders, you could look realistically more fit.
Welcome to It's Supposed to Be Heavy with Jermiah Blount, a show about strength, longevity, and building a body that carries you well for decades. Because resistance creates adaptation, and some things are supposed to be heavy. Let's get to work.
My name is Jermiah Blount. I'm a personal trainer out of Franklin, Tennessee. I am the creator of the heaviest method, and today we're going to be talking about why everybody should bench press. Strong people aren't just built in the gym, they're built outside of the gym. When you're talking about bench pressing and things like that, the focus on the bench press is because it's a major muscle grouping. When we're bench pressing, besides your shoulders and your secondaries and things along those lines, I really don't correlate bone density with the bench press, more or less, for just focusing on that muscle grouping when you're getting up and off the ground, pushing things along those lines. If you fall face first, push-ups, even pushing yourself off the ground, right? And then the deadlift will correlate with that because you still got to get your feet under you and things, and then you're standing up, right? So if you could stand up with 135 pounds, 235 pounds, then absolutely they correlate together. But the movement itself, when it comes to bone density, that's not what I necessarily focus on. When we work our major muscle groupings, you're going to burn more calories. The bigger we can make the muscle, the more calories you're going to burn. So stimulating the muscle and lifting heavy, right, that's just a repercussion. So when you lift heavy and you're stimulating that muscle, you're going to gain muscle. That's just what happens from lifting heavy. So if we can increase that muscle size in the chest, stimulate your front delts and things along those lines, those secondary muscles, your triceps, because they're the biggest muscle in your arm, they're going to burn more calories. When we break down the chest, besides pushing yourself off the ground, is all aesthetics, right? Even if you have more upper chest than lower chest, or outer chest than inner chest, that portion, even if you're slightly unbalanced in that area, isn't going to cause a great difference in your body, unlike your back, right? So if you have one side of your back that's overdeveloped and underdeveloped, now you're going to have back problems, now you're going to have hip problems, now you're going to have all these problems. But if your chest is underdeveloped, or I've seen guys with great big shoulders and a huge back and everything and a little chest, and they're perfectly fine. Realistically, the chest, unless you're talking about getting off the ground, is the show muscle.
Yeah, and women, I see women bench press, and they develop muscle differently. It's really attractive on women. It's more fit.
It looks more fit, but it depends on the female and realistically how she's genetically developed, right? So, of course, we all want to have muscle in your chest. We still want to build those muscles. As an effect, women do tend to lose cup sizes when they start developing in certain areas because they're burning those calories. There are a lot of coaches out there that say they can build a chest by certain chest movements. There's actually one right down the road here, and she charges $135 an hour to come in and do a chest workout that's supposedly going to make your breast cup size larger. And unless she's giving them a shot or something, I don't know, because that's not how the body works. It just doesn't. So when you think about the bench press, it's a gym bro or dude exercise, especially aesthetically. Businessmen that like to wear a button-up shirt, if you can develop your upper side of the chest, it gives you that nice little V cut. So when you walk in, it gives the illusion of this big, broad chest, especially the lining of your neck. So if you pair that with a good set of shoulders, you could look realistically more fit as long as your midline region isn't protruding over your belt.
Thanks for listening to It's Supposed to Be Heavy with Jermiah Blount. Train hard, recover well, stay capable, and remember, aging is mandatory. Weakness is optional. See you next time.